What is up, guys? JT5K101 here, and welcome to my first review in such a long time for a Grand Prix, reviewing the 2015 Formula One Monaco Grand Prix, which happened just yesterday when I'm recording this. Um, I'm sorry that it took so long for me to make these kind of videos. Basically, I just wanted to make sure that I was ready for my exams, because I've been making videos before during my exams, and which meant that I didn't perform as well as I should have. So I decided to stop recording videos pretty much a month before my exam started. I did make a few here and there, but they were just small wee things that didn't really take much time to do. But yeah, pretty much my exams are pretty much over now, so I'm just decided to relax a bit. Obviously still studying to finish off coursework and that kind of stuff. But anyway, I'm back, and let's go over the Monaco Grand Prix. Big congratulations to Nico Rosberg, who wins his third Monaco Grand Prix in a row, the fourth person in history of Formula One to have done this, and the first person since Ayrton Senna to have accomplished this achievement, so big congratulations to him. However, we all know that it wasn't to be. We were expecting Lewis Hamilton to win the championship, or to win the race. Well, we expected him to win the championship anyway, but it was supposed to be him to win the I keep saying that to him to win the race, but unfortunately, it was not to be. Basically, I'm hoping to make a video on this to explain what happened and what my thoughts are on this. But basically, Mercedes miscalculated the gap between Hamilton and Vettel, which meant, which they thought would have been big enough for Hamilton to make a safety stop, just in case Ferrari let Vettel in as well. During the safety car period, when Max Verstappen crashed into Romain Grosjean at the start of Saint Devote, at the start of the lap. The first corner, basically just he was trying to overtake Grosjean, but Grosjean did a late blocking move. Max didn't see him, and he went straight into the back of him. Luckily, both drivers are alright. It was a pretty hefty crash actually, but luckily both drivers are okay. And by the way, Max Verstappen does have a five place grid penalty for the next race, which is in Canada in 2 weeks' time. By the way, we will discuss about that later on. But anyway, yes, the safety car came out. Mercedes thought that they would do a safety strategy, which meant that Hamilton could go into the pits, and they were thinking that Hamilton could go out of the pits ahead of Nico Rosberg and Vettel. But apparently, he went out of the pits, and he saw Nico Rosberg and Sebastian Vettel flying past. Well, sort of flying past, because obviously the safety car was out. And he was only just behind Sebastian Vettel. He was literally nip and tuck, really. But yeah, Vettel was ahead of of Hamilton, going going across the second safety car link, which is at the exit of the pit lane. The rules dictate that during a safety car period, if there is whoever is in front of another car as they go past the safety car line, then that car stays ahead of them for the duration of the safety car period. So unfortunately, Hamilton couldn't take second, but it was a third place for Hamilton, which means that Nico Rosberg, I've got it up on my computer, I'll just check, is 10 points behind Hamilton now in the championship, which is putting Hamilton under pressure now. But to be honest, it was not his mistake. Mercedes messed up their strategy, they messed up their maths, and in fact a lot of people are calling for the resignation of their chief strategist who made up the strategy and clearly got the maths wrong. They thought that the gap was big enough, but it clearly wasn't. But that was a source from Sky when Ted Kravitz was interviewing Toto Wolff, who said that they got the maths wrong. But another source from the BBC said that they've had a problem with the GPS tracking system, which meant that Merck did not know how far between Hamilton was with Nico Rosberg and Sebastian Vettel. So yeah, it was unfortunate for him on that. But anyway, Mercedes, you could say it was a mixed weekend for them. They are happy that they got the 1-2 and yet another 1-2, but unhappy that I had to end that way. But in the way that it did. But anyway, let's go on to another team. Red Bull scored their highest positions in the championship so far. Daniel Kvyat Kvyat, or whatever the correct way of saying it is, finished fourth, which is his best finish so far in his career. Hopefully he can achieve a podium, even a race win. Personally, I do believe that Red Bull does have a strong enough car to achieve a race win. The only problem is the engine, which obviously means that Red Bull are threatening to leave Formula 1 if Renault do not sort their engines out. Quick question, move to Mercedes, don't leave, just move to Mercedes, you'll be fine. Even Ferrari, in fact, no, that'll be nuclear war. But anyway, Daniel Ricciardo finished 5th, which is his best result for the season so far. Best result for Red Bull, well, everyone knows the best result for Red Bull so far, which isn't really right, because obviously he achieved a couple of wins last year. So yeah, hopefully it means better results for Red Bull. And yeah, this is a track that normally suits Red Bull anyway because they're high downforce. Not really. Well, they normally sort tracks which are which are fast and produce a lot of downforce. Monaco isn't really that slow, but produces high downforce. So anyway, we'll see what happens with that. McLaren have finally scored a point. They have scored 4 points in the Monaco Grand Prix. Jenson Button finished 8th, which is their first points of the season. Unfortunately, it was the only points that they achieved due to a retirement. Yet another retirement for Fernando Alonso. This is the second time he retired in the weekend. In qualifying, he had a problem, which I believe was something related to his overheating, basically. Overheating, which meant basically everything started to fail, and he had the same problem in the race, and yeah, it's only a matter of time, I think, before both McLarens in the top 10. I'm being a bit optimistic here, but maybe even in the top 5, and maybe even the podiums. I mean, you never know. I mean, McLaren are possibly one of the best teams in the history of Formula 1. I believe they do have the manpower. The only problem is they have to sort themselves out and make sure that they produce a car and an engine with Honda, which is good enough for them. And yeah, so let's go on to Force India, Sergio Perez in the top 10. And I think that's all in my notes. But yeah, the next stop is Canada. It is the Mercedes, the Canada for the Gilles Villeneuve circuit. Basically the same as Australia, as a half track, half road track. But half circuit if you want to call it that. But it is going to be an interesting one because this is one of the fastest tracks on the calendar, which will suit the Mercedes powered cars and maybe the Ferrari as well. But there will be a problem for McLaren because obviously they haven't bode well with straight line speed. They were lucky in Monaco because straight line speed was an important downforce for us, so they were pretty lucky there. But they have to sort themselves out and to make sure that their engine is powerful enough and reliable enough to survive Canada. And also Canada is rather hard on its brakes as well. We even saw last year that Mercedes had a horrible problem with their braking system, that Lewis Hamilton retired because of a complete failure of his braking system. Nico Rosberg had to drive around the track without his energy recovery system because of overheating. And Canada is one of the tracks where you do need quite a lot of braking, particularly going into the World Champion chicane and these kind of places. And plus, it's, well, you don't really know if you can say it as warm or anything like that. But yeah, but yeah, they do need to sort themselves out in terms of the braking systems for the Mercedes powered cars, in particular anyway. Because they even had a problem in Monaco, even though that the track temperatures weren't as high as would be expected. And to be honest, because we were expecting rain in the race. I think there was only a little bit of rain at the end of the race, but pretty much overcast throughout the whole weekend, which meant that the tires weren't working properly, and also that the brakes weren't working properly either. Well, they were working properly, but it's weird that okay, I think the air temperature was in its 20s in Monaco, but normally in Monaco is higher than that, and it's strange how Mercedes had problems with their braking systems. It's strange that, but anyway, that is how it is for Mercedes. And I think there will be a good Grand Prix in 2 weeks' time. And I think after that is Austria and then Silverstone. And hopefully it will be a good Grand Prix in Canada. So that's the end of the review, guys. By the way, well, yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. I'm hoping to live stream this week. I might live stream on Wednesday to GT Academy, and then on Thursday I might live stream some Project Cars as well. Let's see what happens. But that, I'm just having a read over my notes, see if I had anything. Nope, I didn't miss anything out. But yeah, I'm hoping to make a video regarding the problems that Mercedes were having in Monaco. What my thoughts are on it, and is it right for Lewis Hamilton fanboys to absolutely go mental on social media and to blame Mercedes for it? I mean, obviously it's Mercedes' fault, but do you really need to blame all of this for him? I mean, he is still leading the championship. What is more important? What's more important? Losing the championship or losing the Monaco Grand Prix? Obviously, the Monaco Grand Prix is a huge, as a huge achievement in a driver's career, but winning a world championship, I mean, come on. I mean, get your facts right. Oh, I'm gonna get so much hate for that, but I'm prepared for it. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe. This has been GT5King 101, and we shall see you later.